All right, this piling right here was very loose and was not being supported. Hey guys, good morning. Jennifer here with Moreau Family Farm. Today we are actually getting to our first piling that we're lifting, and I wanted to share that with you guys of what we're doing and how we're doing it and all that other fun stuff. So let me get you guys turned around and we'll go from there. All right, this piling right here was very loose and was not being supported, but the floors were dipping here, and also in this room they were dipping. So he jacked it up here with a 12-ton power jack. Bottle jack, sorry. A 12-ton bottle jack. He lifted it here and put a piling over there rather than putting it here. And then he's going to put another one under this corner here. Because if you can see, there's quite a gap underneath the floor in this corner here. So what we're doing is basically we're using the we're using a couple levels. We have a level here, we have a level here, so we're testing pretty much both rooms before we let down the bottle jack. We want to make sure that it's pretty level. So this room is almost spot on, and this room is definitely spot on. And I believe that, or we believe that, once we put another piling, or yeah, the piling underneath this corner here, that it's going to help with just getting it to exactly where it needs to be over here. It has definitely lifted this floor. And if you can see, Harold.
Hey, I'm let it down.
All right, go ahead. Let's see if it moves.
Yeah, we're done.
It didn't move much. A little bit, but not much. So as you guys can see, it's not completely level right there. It's close, but it's not complete. But when I do the level over on this section over here, it is level. So let me just show you guys that really quick. Nope. It actually, I mean, it's almost level. It's not perfectly level, but it is going to be very, very hard to get these floors perfectly level. So what we're going to do is we're basically going to jack up the floor to where it's almost completely level. It's an old house. It was built in '72, so it's old. And some of these floors like this, they're good on the bottom. So we don't really want to rip out the flooring and pay more money for flooring that we don't need to get. So the wood might be a little bit warped. And in that situation, what you do is when you're putting down your flooring on the top, especially with what we're doing, we're going to be doing some laminate wood planks or something similar to that. And basically you use a sand to level out the flooring underneath, especially when it's just like a hair off from being completely level. Again, the floor dropped a little bit, but not much. And this is the first time we've ever done this. I mean, we are by no means experts. We have never lifted any kind of floors before. We're just going by what YouTube has taught us, and we're teaching you guys whether it's easy or not easy from a non-expert. Because, you know, every time you watch people do this kind of stuff on YouTube, they're experts. They've been doing this for years. They know exactly what they're doing, which is great to teach us how to do it. But let's just see if it really pays off and it's really as easy as they make it seem. So far, so good, though, I have to say. So because when he lifted it up, we don't have, you know, like a 1-inch piece of wood or anything like that. And something that's actually more sturdy than that is shimming it. And basically you just cut a like this. You cut it at an angle to give yourself, you know, the angle that you need, and then you cut it to the size that you need, and you put one on each side. So he put one going in that way and one going in this way, and he hammered it in there pretty good, so it's really nice and tight, and it's not going to pop out. And
What's that look like?
way off.
Well,
Yeah, it needs to come up.
yeah, or that needs to come down.
Well, no, because you need to raise this. I think that once, honestly, I feel like once you raise this corner right here, it's going to level it out. Because if it's leveled over there and it's leveled pretty much back there, yeah, I think it's going to help even that out a little bit. A lot, actually. So raising these floors is not the easiest thing, but it's definitely not the hardest thing. You're working with limited space, and he has to even out the dirt on the bottom. So that's one of the things. One of the first things he had to do, obviously, is get. One of the first things he had to do was get concrete block, and we did these really big ones, as you can see, like that one down there. Getting a wider concrete block on the bottom will give you a lot more stability. Some of these, like Lowe's for instance, didn't carry those big cinder blocks. That's not a cinder block, but stepping stone, whatever you want to call this. Lowe's did not carry that size. They were carrying smaller ones. Oh yeah, Lowe's only had these, which is like half the size of the other one. To us, we wanted something more sturdy, more stable, because we've never done this before.
You want a wider base.
Yeah, and the wider the base, the better leverage that you're going to get, and the more even you'll be able to get it, and you won't have to worry about teeter-tottering and stuff like that. So, after getting the right kind of concrete blocks that you want, then you'll have to go into your crawl space, and you want to make sure that the ground is flat and level also. So he had to rake out a lot of that dirt to make the dirt level first. He got his level, he leveled it out, made sure that it was, pretty much on point. So when he puts his pilings, he's not going to be worrying about teeter-tottering there as well. So there's kind of a lot involved with making sure that it goes down level. Again, now our goal is basically lifting this corner here. Right there. Yeah. So we're trying to raise this section up to make sure it is nice and even. Because this area here, this area here is definitely up high, and then it slopes down, and then kind of slopes down a little bit over here as well. And you'll see right there in that corner, it also needs to be lifted. So he'll be doing all of these rooms. But once this room is done, this room should be pretty close to being done. I do think. He may have to put one in the center there. And he might just, is there one in the center right now? Okay, so there is nothing.
That's not a priority. I want to get all the major ones first.
Yeah. So I don't know if he said he wants to do all the major ones first. Hopefully that'll lift this one up enough to where it's completely even, which it should be. But there is still a slight slope right here in the center of the room. So once he does all the other ones that he's wanting to do, he'll probably go ahead and come in here in the center and put a piling right there in the middle, so we don't have to worry about any more droops or drops and stuff like that. It just did storm really good again. We have been getting a lot of rain, which is actually kind of good because it has been showing us what's causing the damage underneath the house. I don't know if it's still wet enough outside to where I can show you, but this house does not have any French drains, and it also does not have any gutters, and all of the rainwater, it's kind of gone down already. You can see how wet it is in here. There's a line that's basically right here that goes that way, and this time around you can see that the line is right here where the dirt is piled up. So all the water basically came up this high on the concrete. And on this side, oh gosh, it's already gone down. But it was streaming really good in through here. It goes around the side back into that bush. So behind this rose bush right here, you see that tub looking thing? Behind that tub, the vent. So when you have a crawl space, you want to make sure that you have vents to let out any of the humidity and stuff like that that gets underneath the house. Well, this one right here is good because it has this tub around it, which is stopping any of the water to get down into the crawl space. But on this side of the house over here, again, most of the water's already gone down, so you're not really gonna see exactly what was happening, but you can see the water is puddling up right here, and there's some erosion right there, right next to the house. So what's happening is all of the water is draining from here, going into this section right here, and pulling up right here. And then of course, then there's more. Oh, that was glass. Oops. And then there's more that starts puddling up over here. This area over here is fine, but the problem is this area over here, what's happening is there's so much water pooling here that is causing this erosion, and it's going down into the crawl space from right there. It's not even coming up high enough to go through the vent, which is good, but we're thinking about digging this section out, putting a concrete bottom along the wall and this edge here, and putting one of those basins just to make sure no water is going to get through the bottom and also into the vent there. So we're going to have to put something there to stop this from happening, because when you're down under there, you can see that the water is coming down and it's creating a puddle underneath the house. About, I believe the puddle is somewhere like around this area here between these two windows, this window and that window there. So somewhere down there in the inside, there's a really big puddle. So that is it. It is still raining out. It's not downpouring like it was just a little bit ago. Let me pick up this plastic. So far every day I'm constantly picking up more stuff in the yard. Not big major stuff, but little things like this little plastic butterfly that was here, which is going to go straight into the garbage. And even if I didn't break it, it would have went straight into the garbage. So that is it. That's what we have going on for today. It is Monday, the 16th. So on Wednesday, it'll be 2 weeks that we've been here. So what's that, 12 days? So we are on day 12. We still have a lot to do. We're not getting it done as quick as we hoped, but that's because we've had issues with animals getting out. Even this morning we came here and Peppa was out of the pen because she has managed to push the gate over. Peppa. So first it was the goats, now it's Peppa, and of course it's raining, so that makes things a little bit more challenging too. Are you talking to yourself over here? Oh. So that's it. It's early-ish. Well, it's almost 10 o'clock. We've been here since like a little bit before 8. We kind of got a late start somehow, because we eat breakfast at the hotel. So once we're at the hotel, we wake up about 6. By the time we're getting out, it's probably like 6:45, 7 o'clock. Then we go downstairs, we eat our breakfast, and then by the time we leave, it's kind of close to 8. So or we get here around 8 o'clock, I should say. So it feels like we're kind of getting a late start. We'd like to get started earlier, which I guess we can do if we just force ourselves to do it.
Yeah.
No, just get started earlier. Get here at like at least 7:30, 7. I don't know. We'll talk about it. I don't know. He likes to get started early, so I don't think he'll have a problem with that. Look at that belly. Lady. Look at that tail go. She's so funny. She says, look at my belly. Oh, mama. Look at that. My poor baby. He's having baby soon. No, Lady is, she's over 2 years old. So she's definitely at an age to have babies. How many are you going to have? She's like, don't bother me. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping, mama. But soon enough, we'll be having some baby puppies, too. Oh, goodness. What have we gotten ourselves into? Better now than never, though, I suppose, you know. One day at a time. We'll be all right. It's a lot to handle, but we'll hang in there. The vision keeps me, the vision keeps me going. I don't know what's keeping this guy going. I think he likes to work. He likes to work hard. I do too, but I like to do outdoor work, and I can't do outdoor work when it's raining, so. Well, that's kind of going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you've been watching our channel but you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you can watch our progress and see how things are going on the house and on the farm. And until next time, you guys be blessed. We'll see you later. Bye, guys.